Good evening, esteemed ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the live broadcast of the 15th BML Munjal Awards ceremony. The BML Munjal Awards for Business Excellence through Leadership and Development felicitate and salute organizations that stand out for the quality of their human resources. Such companies use people advancement as a tool for business excellence and create competitive advantage and growth through their training initiatives. Given the times we live and work in, these awards, which recognize people-related investment, hold a special significance. These awards are named after the Hero Group founder, Padma Bhushan awardee, the late Dr. Brij Mohan Lal Munjal, who always attributed an organization's success to its employees and partners. Before we begin, here's a short video on the life and times of Hero Group founder, Dr. Brij Mohan Lal Munjal. I now invite Mr. Sunil Kant Munjal, Chairman Hero Enterprise, to welcome the gathering. Before he begins, let me just request you all to tweet and tag us during the awards. You can use the hashtags BML Munjal Awards 2020 and Celebrating Business Excellence. Sunil sir, over to you.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome to all of you for the 15th version of the BML Munjal Awards. Victor Hugo had once said that a hero's journey is not a summit to reach, but when you get to the summit, you see how many more there are to move on to further and further as a part of the ongoing journey of our life. This award event itself has had a very interesting journey, starting 15 years ago with 2 categories, now with 5. Starting off with only a handful of entries in the first couple of years, to an order of magnitude larger number of nominations coming in. We've had almost 50 winners in this period of time. And to give away these awards, we've had some of the most outstanding individuals, presidents, chief ministers, thinkers, industry leaders, and we did have on a number of occasions, my father, Dr. Brij Mohan Lal Munjal himself. As you heard a little bit earlier, these awards celebrate companies who look at people at their big strength, look at investing and developing their people as a strategy, and whose business benefits from this strategy. Because we do have many awards to look at a whole host of other criteria in terms of growth, margins, exports, profits, top line, etc. But very few who look at the richness that comes from a culture which focuses on people, which we believe is the biggest strength of any organization. This year is an unusual year for all of us. We've heard terms like pre-war and post-war and pre-independence and post-independence. We've now started hearing this term for the COVID-19 pandemic period. What used to happen earlier and what's likely to happen now and in the future. What kind of changes will take place? This event, for example, is a virtual event for the first time ever that it's been held in this manner because of the obvious compulsion and our inability to bring in large number of people physically into one location. But the human enterprise is what continues to amaze us. Despite difficulty, how well some people have coped, how companies have pivoted and built strength coming out of this massive challenge. I think there are many lessons for us to learn, but the most important is that the strength that we have as organizations is not the buildings and the technologies that we use, which of course are necessary, but it is the people that we gather as teams that will and will always make the big difference. As I said, we've had some outstanding individuals and wonderful winners. Today, we have an individual as a chief guest who is an epitome of what I'm talking about as an individual. Himself is like an institution. Dr. Mashelkar is one of the brightest scientists India has produced, but he's not just that. He's much more. He's a wonderful human being. He's also a social scientist. He's a philanthropist. He's a leader who leads people by demonstrating what you can do, the possibilities and the art of the possible. Thank you very much, Dr. Mashelkar, for agreeing to be our chief guest for this awards event today. And thank you very much to the jury members who took time and all the experts who helped us put this together, and also the team from GT, which is the team that helps in all of the back office work for these awards. So thank you to the many people in our team as well who've been involved. And I'd now like to invite Mr. BML Munjal to give us the opening remarks, please.
Thank you, Sunil. And my namaskar to all of you. Dr. Shri R.A. Mashelkar, Sumanji, Sunil, eminent members of the jury, deserving winners, ladies and gentlemen. Let me also extend my own personal welcome to all of you to the 15th BML Munjal Awards. Sunil was just talking about the awards, and it doesn't look like it's been 15 years since we set up these awards in the name of our father, Dr. Brij Mohan Lal, to recognize and reward excellence in the field of public and private sector. And in these 15 years, the world around us has changed, and how it has changed. Technology and innovation have played a major role in this transformation, and we know our chief guest, how he loves innovation. It's only been 1 decade since the iPhone was launched to change the way humanity communicates. Social media, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, wearable devices, all of these were in the realm of fantasy just about 15 years back. And then came a small little virus at the end of 2019, forcing the entire world to adopt a new normal, as everyone calls it. The COVID-19 or the coronavirus pandemic has compelled the entire world to rush indoors to save their lives, their own lives, and lives of other people around all of them. And yet, find new ways and keep innovating to ensure everybody's livelihood. We've heard lives over livelihood, livelihood over lives, a whole lot of stuff during the past 12 months. Technological advances and innovation have always leapfrogged by a decade or so whenever the world has been hit by a major crisis. We've seen that during the two world wars and also at other turning points in the journey of human history. This is exactly what has happened over the past 12 months since the coronavirus pandemic hit the world. None of us would have imagined, as Sunil was saying, none of us would have imagined hosting the BML Munjal Awards digitally when we started 15 years back. At Hero, we had our annual general meeting, the first time ever, a digital virtual event. We had our national dealer convention digitally. And just a week back, I hosted a massive event, a global event, which when I now am told was watched by 45 million people digitally. And yet, this is keeping with the times that we are all living in today. It is also therefore important to look at these awards in the context of the prevailing times. The shop floors in our factories have undergone massive changes. Our own private spaces at homes have turned into workstations. I'm right now sitting in my living room at home. You can see my fireplace behind me, which I normally would be enjoying with family or friends. Today, it's become my camp office. And these days, we all emphasize on Zoom call etiquettes instead of the table manners. At Hero, we've converted this crisis into opportunities. The world today belongs to those who can adapt to change quickly and very, very quickly. It is extremely important for people and organizations to be nimble, adaptive, and innovative to stay ahead and be future ready. The 15th BML Munjal Awards recognize those who have overcome the challenges to bring excellence in their respective sectors, whether manufacturing or services, in public sector as well as private sector. The evening clearly belongs to these deserving winners. So let's sit back and listen to their inspiring stories. Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan sir, for your wonderful words, and many congratulations for the 100 millionth milestone. Sunil sir, thank you for your inspiring words as always. I now welcome Dr. Raghunath Anand Mushelkar, one of India's most eminent scientists, a technocrat, activist, and a visionary who has been honored with the Padma Vibhushan. We are truly honored to have you with us today, sir. May I now invite you for a few words of wisdom.
Thank you very much. A very good evening to each one of you. A special evening, an evening of celebration, 15th BML Munjal Awards. And a happy 2021 to you all, full of health, full of happiness, and equally importantly, tranquility and peace, both within our own world and the outside world. It's a pleasure, it's a special honor to be amongst you today. And Sunil, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing me this honor, making me a part of this grand celebration, and also your characteristically very kind, very gracious words about me. The BML Munjal Awards honor the legacy of a true Indian hero, Sri Brij Lal Munjalji. He was a classic first generation entrepreneur and an inclusive innovator. Even though he started small, he dreamt very big. And I call him an innovator because one of my definitions of an innovator is one who sees what everyone else sees, but thinks of what nobody else thinks. And that's what he was. Let me share an example, and I must thank Sunil again for this great gift you're given to the society. This year's Business Book of the Year award, and I've gone through this from page to page, and it's one of the most inspiring books that I've read. And then I remember reading about Hero's early days and how Sri BML Munjal insisted that the bicycle be designed keeping Indian conditions in mind. It had to be capable of carrying more than two people, plus a heavy load, and retail at the lowest possible price. You know, I always talk about getting more from less for more as a part of inclusive innovation. He talked about inclusive innovation way, way before anybody could think about the MLM mantra. Of course, he spoke from first-hand experience. In those early years, as I read, all three brothers used to use a single bicycle to commute back and forth from work. His ability to empathize was unparalleled. Through his hard work and perseverance, he created one of India's largest corporates, a global brand with an Indian soul. I repeat, a global brand with an Indian soul. You know, today we talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat, but that was creating Atmanirbhar Bharat, but with Atma Vishwas, with Atma Samman, self-reliance with self-confidence and self-respect. He showed the way many, many years ago. Today, Hero Cycles and Hero Motocar, world largest manufacturers of bicycles and two-wheelers, respectively. In fact, Sunil, I was absolutely delighted when I read only a week ago that Hero Motocorp surpassed the 100 million mark in cumulative manufactured units. Please do invite me when you pass a billion mark. And I hope it will happen sooner rather than later. This latest development is testament to something I always like to say. It is indeed possible to do well by doing good, doing well by doing good. My heartiest congratulations to the entire Hero family for achieving this fantastic milestone. In the spirit of BML Munjalji, this will remain truly alive in each one of us. Ladies and gentlemen, in the current COVID crisis, as was eloquently mentioned, both lives and livelihoods have been tragically lost. In spite of the terrible circumstances, what kept us going was our people. And sooner you talked about people, and people. From healthcare providers who risk their lives, to those who bodily manage the supply of essential goods, to everyone who had to work from home under challenging circumstances. At the end of the day, everything comes down to one thing and one thing only: people. So how can we ensure not only excellence, but also resilience in people? How can we shift our mindsets from learning and development to learning for life and its ups and downs? There are a few tenets that have guided me on my life journey, which I would like to share with you, 5 of them, in the time that has been given to me. First, cultivate a strong sense of purpose beyond profits. Align purpose, passion, and perseverance, and adopt solving big problems as your purpose. This purpose provides a blueprint for the future. It's the bedrock on which bouncing back from adversity becomes possible. I'm sure most of you have heard the heartwarming story of Jyoti Kumari. She cycled almost 1,200 kilometers with her injured father, riding a pillion to reach home in the coronavirus breakdown. From Gurgaon to Bihar, she cycled for 7 days, not even having enough food for 2 days in between. But such was her determination, she made it past every hurdle. A single second-hand bicycle worth rupees 500 transported them from to the safety of their own home. Just imagine how mobility changes lives. Second, embrace all 3 dimensions of resilience: emotional, spiritual, and mental. Never before has humanity been faced with such challenges. Hence, adaptability is the key. We cannot control situations, but we can adapt to them faster than anybody else. Emotional means that when you are faced with an adversity, you can stay calm and focused, regulate your impulses, and be realistically optimistic. And the spiritual aspect refers to compassion, kindness, reaching out to those around us, not to show sympathy, but to practice empathy. The mental aspect is almost self-belief, the can-do spirit. Third, build and measure your collective corporate resilience. Most companies can measure their performance in different ways, but can you measure how resilient you have been? How long did it take for you to adapt to new working practices, new ways of selling, and loss of old and dependable customers? You can enhance your corporate resilience too, in part by practicing modularity and diversity. Modularity involves building a whole with parts that can fail independently without having the whole system collapse. Employing people from different backgrounds is a critical part of diversity. We can take it to the next level by creating an environment that fosters variety in thoughts and actions. Fourth, empower others around you with trust. Everything will be distributed and autonomous in the future. Large hierarchical structures, organizations, thought processes will become obsolete. Embrace the future with boldness and empower successive generations to take more risks, to do things that nobody has done, and to innovate. Build relationship on trust, because when you give 100% trust, you get 1000% back. Think like a banyan tree. The bigger it goes, the more shade it creates. And fifth and final, adopt learning as a way of life. All of us agree that it is important to learn, but in order to do that in 2021, we must first unlearn and then relearn. It is important not to be satisfied with the knowledge you have. In fact, each one of us should transform ourselves from consumers of knowledge to creators of knowledge. I hope you find these tenets relevant and applicable to your own personal and professional lives. Ladies and gentlemen, these awards are especially relevant as we deal with the destruction caused by this crisis. Through innovations in skill and development, we have the opportunity to create competitive advantage and hence sustainable economic growth for all. I would like to congratulate those who will be announced as winners during the course of this evening. But to those who don't end up winning tonight, I would like to share a quote by most revered Sri BML Munjal ji. You know what he had said? And I quote, "I have always seen myself as a traveler and as an adventurer. My journey has been similar to driving down a road towards a fixed destination. If I came across roadblocks or speed breakers, I would slow down. If there were rough patches, I shifted different gears. But I never stopped. I never stopped. I never lost faith. I never lost faith. So be adventurous, slow down, shift gears if needed, but never stop and never ever lose hope." Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for a stimulating and encouraging address. I now invite Mr. T.V. Mohandas Pai, Chair of the Jury this year, to outline the process of the awards. Over to you, sir.
Dr. Mashelkar, members of the Munjal family, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very privileged to have been the chair of the jury this year. This award is a very unique award because it recognizes business excellence through leadership and development. We are seen during COVID times that those organizations which had developed leadership and great human capital were the ones to succeed and could survive and grow such rapidly. Such companies successfully develop and implement innovation strategies for learning and development too, because constant investment in human capital is essential for them to be current. They also achieve competitive advantage. For 15 years, we have been giving this award, and we've seen some great companies come time and again to win this award. Of course, we know that it's named after the group founder and Padma Bhushan awardee, the late Dr. Brijmohan Lal Munjal, whose life epitomized the importance of human capital, the importance of people, and above all, is a people's man who created a great global organization from very small terms in our country. We have a very unique approach to getting these awards. We invite organizations that are consistently featured in top industry rankings of reputed publications. We also invite firms from various reputed private and public sector organizations. Entry forms are collated, and with support from knowledge partner Grant Thornton, they screen on the basis of customer delight, financial success, people focus, contribution society, and then a cross-functional expert panel analyzes and evaluates the data. This is very unique and innovative for this kind of award. Before deciding which of the finalists go to the jury for the award, the finalists are evaluated by a jury based on an interactive presentation where we call the jury members, whereas jury members we call the shortlisted entities. And we also question the expert panel. We ask them questions. So this year is an exhilarating experience, and we had a very eminent jury, and I'm very delighted to state that the winners of the BM Munjal Award for leadership and for excellence through leadership and development are very unique are high performance entities and we'll be proud to hear about them. Thank you very much for being with us in this award ceremony.
Moving on to the awards, I will be inviting jury members to announce the runners-up and winners. They will also be reading an abridged version of the winning citation. The first category is private sector manufacturing. I request Mr. Sandeep Patel, Managing Director, India and South Asia, IBM, to announce the runners-up and winner and read the abridged version of the citation.
Thank you. The runners-up for the private sector manufacturing category is Timken India Limited. The winner of private sector manufacturing is Siemens Limited. Siemens is amongst India's top 50 greatest places to work. A strong emphasis on employee outcomes has much to do with this. The company has focused on converting people policies and practices into a world-class learning experience for its 8,000 plus employees. It is also developing a cadre of 800 people managers to build a culture of ownership. There's a considerable reliance on technology to cascade learning, while C-suite's relationships are regularly strengthened to increase the level of engagement. Besides fostering a learner-driven culture, these innovative approaches have increased empowerment across the organization. For the company's resolute attempts to build a future-ready workforce and for linking people-related investments with performance, the 2020 BML Munjal Award in the private sector manufacturing category goes to Siemens Limited. I welcome them to come and say a few words.
Thank you. It's an absolute honor to receive this award on behalf of the entire Siemens team. We are very, very delighted having won this award. I'd like to thank the jury members who not only heard us patiently, but also recognized the hard work gone behind this L&D initiatives for us at Siemens. I'd also like to thank the learning team who's been consistently and continuously raising the bar for their own initiatives to support businesses. And most importantly, finally, I'd like to thank the entire Siemens management team and our business partners who have given us a seat at the table and made us a true partner. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Shilpa. Good evening, everyone. Learning at Siemens has been a key driver in our success. Over the years, we have been creating innovative disruptions in the way our employees learn. Today, as we speak, I'm proud to say that we offer world-class learnings to our employees, which help them to grow and be successful. I want to thank the entire BML Awards team for organizing this ceremony so professionally and ensuring fairness in the selection process. Once again, big thanks to all. Also, big congratulations to all employees of Siemens and to all winners tonight. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Patel, and congratulations, Team Siemens. The second category is private sector services. I request Mr. Vishesh Chandyok, CEO, Grant Thornton Bharat, to announce the runners-up and winner.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here with you this evening. Absolutely privileged to have the role we play with these awards. To the entire Munjal family, the jury, it's been a pleasure working with all of you. The runner-up in this category of private sector services is the GMR Delhi International Airport Limited. Moving on, our winner this evening is Mahindra Rural Housing Finance. They won because they believe in enhancing people capabilities through job-related experiences and workplace interactions. Despite being a rural-centric business, they involve a large amount of informal learning, with experts nurturing near novices at their work. In terms of management upskilling, 2/3 of the company's homegrown branch managers have come up by the ranks because of the leadership competency development program. The company also follows the CATS model to strengthen technical, human, and conceptual skills, while they run a Sharpen the Sword initiative, which enhances functional development of their personnel. These measures have played a key role in bringing down attrition rates and improved collection efficiency. And of course, the jury recognized this difficult job of developing a business that focuses on rural India. For successfully deploying best practices in an essentially rural-centric business, and for making concerted efforts to augment in-house leadership, the 2020 BML Munjal Award in the private sector services category goes to Mahindra Rural Housing Finance Limited. Many congratulations.
Thank you very much. Firstly, I would like to thank the Hero Group for instituting these awards. I think a lot of organizations and businesses get rewarded for a whole lot of other things like top line, etc. But it's the first time that somebody is recognizing a very key element, a very key process to make those results happen. So thank you very much to the group for instituting these awards and for bringing L&D into sharp focus. For us, L&D is critical because we have almost about 10,000 people working across 1,000 branches. Most of these are youngsters who hail from the villages where they are posted, and integrating them into the organization, training them, engaging them, keeping them engaged with the mission of the company. These are huge challenges given the diversity. And I would really like to thank the L&D team for doing a great job. So besides winning this award, I think they've done a great job in getting the organization together and helping us achieve the kind of goals and results that we have. So thank you very much. I would like to thank the jury for recognizing our work and for awarding us this prestigious award. Thank you. And finally, I would like to accept this prestigious award on behalf of my entire team. I wish this was physical and we could all have rushed to the stage to collect this award, be that as it may, some other time perhaps. Thank you very much. Thank you, jury. Thank you, group. Thank you, my team. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Chandu, and many congratulations, Team Mahindra. The third category now to be awarded is Public Sector Undertaking, as we say PSU. I request Ms. Rekha Sethi, Director General IMA, to announce the runners-up and winner and read the abridged version of the citation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to announce the runners-up for the award in the category of public sector. The runners-up are two companies, Air India Airport Services Limited and ONGC Mangalore Petrochemicals Limited. Congratulations to them. Thank you. I'm now pleased to announce the winner in this category, Public Sector Undertaking, which is Delhi Metro Rail Corporation Limited. Delhi Metro Rail Corporation has emerged as a world-class mass rapid transportation firm over the past decade. It has trained and developed 15,000 employees with a strong focus on safety, reliability, and punctuality. This has resulted in a trouble-free commuting experience. The Delhi Metro Rail Academy conducts 112 online courses, allowing employees to multi-skill and job rotate. The company also uses driving and maintenance simulators that have improved productivity outcomes, and the company enjoys a 99.9% punctuality record. Over the years, DMRC has emerged as a role model for organizations involved in the mass transportation sector and is setting a remarkable example in service delivery for government-managed utilities to emulate. For these trailblazing efforts, the 2020 BML Munjal Award in the public sector category goes to Delhi Metro Rail Corporation Limited. I'm pleased to invite them to come and accept the award. Thank you.
Thanks. It's a matter of great honor and pride for Delhi Metro Rail Corporation in receiving this prestigious award today. I, on behalf of the entire Delhi Metro Rail family, thank the team of BML Munjal Award and the jury for acknowledging and recognizing DMRC's efforts and awarding DMRC this prestigious Hero BML Munjal Award. As mentioned, that we have a very world-class academy for training and learning is very necessary for operating a world-class system, the most modern and highly technical system. This we have demonstrated recently after the lockdown when we restarted the services. It was really very challenging to start services, ensuring the health and also containing the COVID spread. This was a very difficult and challenging task. We have demonstrated and helped the society and NCR area particularly in reorganizing and redeveloping the economic activities in the NCR area. So once again, I thank the jury members and the entire Hero Munjal family for recognizing DMRC. And I received this award on behalf of the entire DMRC family. I congratulate and compliment each and every one in DMRC who has contributed in receiving this award. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Sethi, and congratulations, DMRC, for winning this year. Moving on to the fourth category, Emerging Stars. I request Mr. Richard Yield, Group Chair, UK India Business Council, to announce the winner.
Thank you. It's with great pleasure that I joined the jury today. It was a great honor. Thank you, Munjal family. The comments from Dr. Mashelkar and also Mr. Pavan Munjal were inspirational around innovation. And therefore, it gives me great pleasure to announce the winner of the Emerging Stars category. The winner is Your Space Private Limited. By successfully skilling and scaling the essential but largely underappreciated activity of running student hostels, Your Space has emerged as a force to be reckoned with. The company has made focused investments in its people and partners, and this has helped the company cascade the delivery model across 45 hostels in 8 cities and catering to some 5,000 students. Detailed training programs are used to make wardens, building managers and operations staff more responsive and efficient. Students are able to access a suite of services through a mobile app, while partnerships with multiple services providers enhance the living experience. In recognition of the company's thrust on people and technology to enrich the world of students living away from home, the 2020 BML Munjal Award in the Emerging Star category goes to Your Space Private Limited. Many congratulations.
On behalf of the entire team of Your Space, we would like to thank the jury members of the BML Munjal Awards. We're truly honored and humbled by this recognition. The life of an entrepreneur is like a roller coaster with lots of ups and lots of downs. And it's moments like these that make it all worth it.
The credit for this award actually goes to the entire Your Space team, our facility managers, wardens, the operations staff, the sales and BD team, and even the finance team have worked tirelessly over the last 4 years in making Your Space the brand that it is today. The last year has been, as you can imagine, extremely challenging for us, but we are extremely grateful to have a team that has supported us and continues to remain committed and driven in driving our goals. Last but not the least, we would both like to acknowledge, and we are very humbled to be sharing a platform with such established names, which motivates us to aim higher and think bigger. Thank you again very much for this award from the entire Your Space family.
Thank you, Mr. Eel, and congratulations to the entire team of Your Space. Now presenting the last category of the 15th BML Munjal Awards, Sustained Excellence. This special category award wishes to recognize performance consistency in the space of learning and development of the organizations that have already received a BML Munjal Award. I request Dr. Anurag Batra, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief, BW Business World, to announce the winner.
Thank you so much. Happy to see the quality of winners. I was part of the jury, so the jury process is very involved and very high quality entries. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Sunil Khan Munjal and the entire organizing team of the BML Munjal Awards for really encouraging business excellence through learning and development in a real way. The kind of senior people that presented on the day of the entry presentations showed the seriousness with which the ecosystem takes these awards. So clearly there were promoters, MD, CEOs presenting. Let me announce the award in the Sustained Excellence category. The awards winner is Indian Oil Corporation Limited. There is no runner-up. Let me read the session. For the past few years, Indian Oil Corporation has consistently invested in strengthening its leadership pipeline across the value chain. It has created entrepreneurs who stand out as facilitators and agents of change. Across the mid and senior level, employees are paced through specially tailored in-house programs at the IIMs and XLRI, while domain knowledge at the junior level is regularly reinforced through regular refresher modules. The impact of learning and development is carefully measured, with participants evaluated through pre- and post-assessment tests. In the field, training programs are customized for specific retailing channels. In recognition of IOC's sustained progressive learning and development focus over the last many years, the 2020 BML Munjal Award in the Sustained Excellence category goes to Indian Oil Corporation Limited. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Anurag. Thank you very much. And I am deeply honored and grateful that Indian Oil has been chosen as the winner of this 15th edition of BML Munjal Awards under Sustained Excellence category for the year. And thank you for your kind words. We really feel extremely humbled by this. This award is a testimony of the hard work which has been put in by each and every IOCian towards sustained excellence. I would like to give the credit to each of my persons, my team members working in IOC day in and day out, which has made IOC the energy of India in both strength and spirit. We are completely in tune with our core values of care, innovation, passion, and trust. And I'm pleased to share that our core values were also in full display during this pandemic. I think everybody has spoken about that, this period, how we adapted to the new normal. During this period, not only we took care of our own employees, we went that extra mile to ensure that our COVID warriors, like our customer attendants or delivery boys, transport crew members, are also adequately protected in form of health insurance, ex gratia, and other supports. The coverage was for more than 3 lakh such stakeholders. And also during the movement of these migrant laborers, Indian Oil ensured the availability of grocery and food packets at many places, at many of our retail outlets. And coming back to L&D, we also converted this adversity into an opportunity through our e-learning portal that is named Swadhyay Self-Learning. I'm very happy to share with everybody that we had almost more than 5 lakh hours of learning by our employees in this last 10 months. I would like to, humbly submit that these are truly sustained excellence for us. I, on behalf of Immunoil family, would like to once again thank the organizers, Mr. Sunil, Mr. Pavan, and other jury members, Mr. Mashelkar, for choosing Indian Oil and recognizing our sustained efforts towards excellence. And being the last one, I would also like to congratulate all other winners. I have a special word for the Yospis young entrepreneurs, Nidhi and Shua. You are well done, and hats off to you. And I wish you all the success in life. Congratulations to all the award winners as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Batra, and congratulations, Indian Oil, for winning the BML Munjal Award for Sustained Excellence. I would now like to request Mr. Sumankant Munjal, Chairman and MD, Rockman Industries, to give the vote of thanks.
Dr. Mashelkar, Sunil, Pavan, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Mashelkar, thank you for enriching all of us with your knowledge and clarity. It was an inspirational talk, and I'm sure each of us learned something important. One of the surest way for leaders to create better opportunities for their organization is to create better avenues for growth. Instead of spending more on recruitment, investing in training is a more effective way of building talent. Regular training programs increase the confidence of employees. They are able to gain a much stronger grasp on the industry, the purpose of their business, and the responsibility of their job. Over time, the workplace culture would become so responsive that employees find it easier to invest in themselves. To develop such a culture, business leaders should move away from solely focusing on cutting costs. Instead, they should continuously ask themselves, how can we make better and smarter investment in people? It is heartening that companies across the board in India are increasingly considering such options. Congratulations to all the winners: Siemens, Mahindra Rural Housing, Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, Your Space, Indian Oil, who are shown the way forward. My best wishes to runners-up. Our thanks also to the overwhelming number of companies who applied for this award. Thanks also to Grant Thornton Bharat, the knowledge partner, and ISTD, the support partner for this award. They have helped us collecting applications, helping in choosing the winners. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. We hope to see you again next year. Hopefully, the next time it will be in person. Thank you so much, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, as a farewell bidding touch, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take you through a short AV based on Sunil sir's award-winning book, The Making of Hero, to give an idea of hero's roots. Can we have the AV, please?
From the bylanes of Kamalia and the rugged landscapes of Quetta, they escaped to India with little more than the shirts on their backs. In the partition-ravaged cities of Amritsar, Agra and Delhi, 4 of the 6 Munjal brothers, Dayanand, Satyanand, Brij Mohanlal and Om Prakash, built their business part by part. Armed with nothing but self-belief, the brothers began with trading and then manufacturing bicycle parts. which soon evolved into the production of bicycles. For post-independence India, the Hero bicycle gave wings to the aspirations of the common man. By 1986, 30 years after its inception, Hero Cycles became the largest bicycle maker in the world. In the next 15 years, the motorcycle venture, Hero Honda, repeated the feat. And both pole positions are held firmly even today. Hero's story is about humble beginnings, the refugee entrepreneurial spirit, hard work, and zeal. It looks at how four brothers with little formal education created a world-class enterprise. This is the incredible tale of a principle-driven organization that created exceptional value for a society that desperately needed transportation. How did four brothers with distinct personalities work like a cohesive unit and build a manufacturing behemoth? How did they synchronize their strengths? How did they resolve their differences, if any? The story goes deep inside the family spirit, the parivar, that brought together employees, customers, channel partners, suppliers, and local communities to create success, welfare, and well-being for millions. This is the making of Hero. Four brothers, two wheels, and a revolution that shaped India.
Once again, congratulations to all the winners. You truly deserved it. And thank you everyone for being part of the 15th BML Munjal Awards. Entry for our 2021 edition will be open soon. You can log on to our website bmlmunjalawards.com for more updates. Thank you so much, and once again, congratulations to all the winners.